Have you ever carried something so heavy inside that it feels like it's quietly controlling every part of your life? That's exactly how I felt for years, holding on to a secret that I knew could change everything between me and my family. Every time we laughed at the dinner table, every time I said goodbye before leaving home, a part of me felt this silent weight, like I was living a life half in the light, half in the shadows. I've spent years asking myself, do I tell them, or do I protect them from the truth? The fear of judgment, of disappointment, and of changing the way they see me has been overwhelming. But keeping it inside has also been exhausting, isolating, and lonely. Today I want to share my story, the secret I've carried, the moments it almost slipped out, and the choices I had to make. It all began years ago, during a time when I was just starting to figure out who I was. At first the secret seemed small, almost insignificant, but over time it grew, quietly shaping my decisions, my moods, and even how I interacted with my family. I remember the exact moment it happened, and the instant I realized I couldn't tell anyone. Fear gripped me, not just fear of being judged, but fear of hurting the people I loved most. Every day I carried this hidden truth like a shadow. I told myself it was temporary, that someday I would be brave enough to share it. But as weeks turned into months, and months into years, the weight grew heavier. Simple moments, family dinners, phone calls, holidays, reminded me of the invisible barrier between me and the people I cared about most. Keeping the secret started to feel less like a choice and more like a burden. I couldn't escape. As the years went by, the weight of this secret began to seep into every part of my life. It wasn't just about hiding the truth. It started affecting how I saw myself. I felt guilty for lying by omission, anxious every time my family asked personal questions, and frustrated with my own inability to speak up. Every interaction carried an invisible tension, like a thin thread stretched too far, ready to snap. I remember nights lying awake, replaying moments in my head, imagining the worst possible outcomes if they ever found out. The secret made me feel isolated, even when I was surrounded by the people I loved most. I wanted to be honest, to feel the relief that comes with sharing your truth, but the fear of shattering their trust kept me silent. Living this double life taught me one thing painfully clear. Some secrets may protect others, but they can slowly erode your own peace. Over the years, there were countless moments when I almost told someone, sometimes to a trusted friend, sometimes to a family member. Each time my heart raced with a mix of fear and longing. I imagined the relief of finally being honest, of feeling the weight lift from my chest. And yet every time fear won. Fear of judgment, fear of disappointment, fear that my family's love for me might change. There were subtle reminders, too, a conversation that brushed too close to the truth, a joke that made me flinch, or even a family member noticing my hesitation. Each time I felt the tension tighten, and my chest constricted with guilt for not speaking up. These close calls made me realize something vital. Keeping a secret isn't just about the secret itself. It's about the emotional toll it takes on your mind, your heart, and every relationship it touches. The turning point came unexpectedly, in a moment I didn't anticipate. I realized that the secret I had been carrying for so long wasn't just affecting me, it was quietly shaping the way I interacted with everyone around me. I noticed myself holding back, avoiding meaningful conversations, and hesitating to fully engage with my family out of fear that the truth might slip. One evening, after a particularly emotional conversation with a close friend, I had a moment of clarity. I asked myself, am I protecting them, or am I just protecting myself from discomfort? That question lingered, gnawing at me. I realized that holding this secret had begun to limit my own growth, my own happiness, and my ability to live authentically. It was then that I made a choice. I could continue living in fear, or I could summon the courage to face the truth and the consequences. Whatever they might be, after months of inner struggle, I finally made the decision. I knew that keeping the secret was no longer protecting anyone, it was only holding me back. I took a deep breath, knowing that what I was about to do could change everything, but also understanding that honesty was the only way forward. I chose a quiet moment, one where I could speak without distractions, and shared my truth with my family. I explained why I had kept it hidden, how it weighed on me, and how much I cared for them despite my fear. It wasn't easy. There were questions, pauses, and emotions running high. My heart ached as I watched their initial shock and confusion, but slowly understanding began to emerge. In that moment, I learned a powerful lesson. The act of revealing a long-held secret is less about the secret itself and more about reclaiming your own authenticity and courage. Now, looking back, I see how much this journey taught me, not just about secrecy, but about trust, courage, and self-respect. Sharing the secret was terrifying, yes, but it also brought a relief I hadn't felt in years. I learned that honesty, even when it's uncomfortable, is a bridge that can rebuild connections rather than destroy them. I also realized that carrying a secret is not a sign of weakness, it's human. What matters is the moment you decide to confront it, to be brave enough to face the truth, and to accept whatever comes next. My family's reactions weren't perfect, and neither am I, but by taking that step, I reclaimed my peace and integrity. So now I ask you, if you were in my place, holding a secret that weighs on your heart, would you stay silent or find the courage to speak your truth?